Okay. Hello, Elizabeth. Here we are. So, have you got an idea about what you'd like to work with? Or? Okay, that's a good start. Yes. Okay. Right. All right. So are you talking about when you put your weight on your right side or when you move your right side? Okay. Okay. So it hurts. So hurting and kind of getting lost are two things that happen. Do they happen at the same time or? Yeah. 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 Okay. Okay. So as you sit there at the moment, what parts of the right side of you are clear? Or what's the most clear? Okay. So your right eye's there. That's a very good start, actually. Yeah. Makes a big difference. Okay. So as you're looking at me now, so when you're talking to me, do you have a sense that your right eye is part of that action of looking at me? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So at the moment, your right eye is fairly clear. And anything else in the right? Good. Okay. And anything else in that right side that feels clear to you? Yeah. Because it's niggling a little bit. Okay. Okay. So so your right eye's clear because it's working well, and these other bits are kind of clear because they're actually a bit uncomfortable. Okay. And when you think of your left side, what's your sense of that? What do life's easy? And is it clear? Like when you okay. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just going to come around in front of you if that's all right. So as you're sitting there, can you just kind of scan through this left side and see what can you sense of that side? Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 So as you're sensing that, that's all right, keep going. So as you're sensing that, just notice what your eyes are doing as you're scanning through. Yep. Just get, it's on holidays. Yeah, that's fine. Totally fine. And yeah, and you can feel down through your leg into your foot, and you've got a sense of all of that. Okay. So now let's have a little scan through your left side. Yes, I have a little problem with rights and lefts. Just checking. Yeah. Good. Okay, with your right side. And just see where your attention goes. And yeah. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Right. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Okay. So it feels a little bit like it wants to shorten and curl up and hide a little bit. Go home. Just the right side. And so and just scan through a little further into your arm, into your ribs, into your hip, your leg, foot. And okay. But just notice what your eyes are doing as you scan through. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Good. And if you bring your right eye into that scan, it's hard work. Yeah. 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 Okay. Good. That's I think part of what's going on. Yes. So have you noticed that happens when you're doing ATM and you're lying on your back and you're doing when you did the midline thing with Siren? Exactly. So can you remember, or now if you thought of midline, would you see your midline from the right side or from the left side? Okay. Beautiful. And you have a sense of your midline now when you remember that? Yep. Okay. All right. Sorry, this is a very long setup, but I'm really trying to get a sense of what you're experiencing, not just so there's all this thing about how if you don't have a sense of your right eye being part of that scanning process, then it kind of makes sense that side is not so clear. I mean, it's not the cause, but it's tied up with that. Okay. And then my brain's going, I'm not sure what position to put you in. So that's where so let's get you standing so I can we could do that. So be careful what you ask for. So come up to stand. That's it. Yeah. And so when you're standing, does anything change in you in terms of what you're experiencing in the... Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, and I feel like I want to watch you walking as well. So let's just find a little track to, maybe you can come round here and just walk along this little stretch. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. So do you have a sense, let's just stay in standing because there's something I can see in you walking. So when you put your weight on your left leg, do you feel like you get taller, shorter, or stay the same? Mm-hmm. And when you come onto your right, you disappear. So it goes like foggy. It goes, what's the sense of disappearing? Okay, great. So I think we might just go on your back because that gives us access to both sides. Don't mind, no, not at all. wherever you feel comfortable. But what I'm going to do is get you to come a little bit closer to the end up here till you reach my hand. That's it. Beautiful. Okay. So. And for everything? Oh, okay. I'm just going to give you a little bit there. How's that for you? Yep. That's enough. So I'm also curious because I know what you were doing on the weekend and you showed me your it's a really different, sorry, I'm talking and doing something different at the same time. That when you're conducting, your right hand stays and your left does that, or the other way around? Or it changes? Okay. Yep, got it. All right. Got it. So I'm just feeling when I lift, where does each leg go? How far does it want to lift? And this, I don't know if you can feel that, Elizabeth. The muscles are doing quite a lot there. This one, I can do more of the work and I can get more of a sense of where it's happy to go. Yep. Yeah. So there's something about when your knee's unsupported, it's like, don't take me there. Got it. So I'm going to get this. Okay, so I'm going to put this under your knees. That's it, and let it down. And that's it. So see if you can let me do this. Okay, can you see a different quality there? Yeah. What? Okay. All right. So I still don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just going, yeah, we've got a right side and a left side. They're quite different. This is interesting. So it's just like, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, okay. And the other thing, Margaret, if anything just feels uncomfortable. What did I say, Margaret? I do go to call you Margaret a few times. Sorry. Okay. So, Elizabeth, if anything doesn't feel comfortable, yeah, in any way, you just let me know and we'll back out. Okay. Okay, we got that one. We'll let this down. Yeah. So it's interesting that there's it's this lack of clarity of sensing it, and there's also a holding in there. Yeah. So it's those two things combined. Yeah. So it's like where's the best place to get in here? I don't know. You know, that's what I'm just figuring out. You know, because I'm looking for what's the where will Elizabeth be able to feel clearly or more clearly, where I don't want to take her into the unknown. There's no point kind of going there. Yeah. So let's just feel what's happening here. Now, what's your experience when I take you here?
It's like when you move my left foot, and I don't think this is a usual experience. My right foot wanted to go with it, even though you weren't touching it. I got the same thing then. The right side of my head was trying to gallop it along behind.
Right. Interesting.
Really wanted to be there with it.
Yeah. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is put both hands on.
Interesting, because that thing in my knee.
When we went to the right or the left? There, when we come back into the middle. Because what's interesting is that you're choosing to be towards the right. There's something about being in the middle. Did it happen that time? That's okay. Great. Yeah, yeah. And then if we go here, we're just going to go very gently this direction. What happens? Aha. Okay.
It's not dramatic.
Yeah, but enough to call your attention to it. No, so I've gone from this, and she felt like she wanted both sides of her head to feel. So I'm thinking of just rolling there and rolling there, but having both hands. Yeah, that's what I had in my head then. Now, as I do that this time, that's feeling different to me. Oop, then we stopped again in the middle. So as we go a little further this way, how's that for you?
Still, it's not sort of
Okay, got it.
And that connects into the spot on my back that I wanted to support you when you were doing that.
I am feeling the tonus through here. So why am I doing that? Because I'm thinking of what we found out about her eyes, what's happening in her jaw, and what's happening in her neck. And I'm just feeling, does one side feel like there's a lot more tonus or not? Not really. Not as much as I thought I would feel. What's your experience?
Just feels really nice.
Just feels nice. Good. Nice is good. I'm happy with nice. Mm-hmm.
And that's the niece getting in on the act again.
Complaining.
And just saying, well, I'm here.
Mm-hmm. Squishy bottle. Okay. So I'm just feeling into the muscle just to kind of meet the tissue and see what am I feeling there. Okay. So now I want to feel a little further down. I'm absolutely asking questions. Got it. Got it. We'll put that one in the. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. So feeling. Yeah. And smiling there.
That one's going through to the very top, you know, where the neck and the skull join.
Mm-hmm. As discomfort or as a connection?
A bit discomfort.
Okay.
Just
Mm-hmm.
that I'm there and
Mm-hmm.
you can't
Mm-hmm.
discomfort.
Okay. Yep. Good. It's an interesting theory. I think it's probably my guess with this is that it's more related to various traumas and injuries. But what's your thought, Elizabeth, when you hear that suggestion?
Oh, the thing about music is that it does use both sides.
Yeah,
of the brain,
yeah.
whereas language is on one side.
There we go. Yeah. Now, and then rest, rest, rest. That's it. And that's the other thing I'm looking for. So again, I think I've just got the idea that if I've got my hands on both sides and I'm doing a little bit on this side and kind of, so the movement on this side, I'm kind of catching on the other side. Does that make sense? So I'm lifting here and feeling how that comes down onto the right. Yeah. That's it. Can you feel that's changing a little bit? Yeah. So what I can feel is that this is now, I can move with less I can move, Elizabeth, with less resistance. And there's more a sense of connection between what I'm doing on the left and what's happening on the right. Does that make sense to you? Yeah. And I'm really checking in with her all the time, because what we're looking at here is her internal experience. Yeah. So I'm going to be able to feel some things from the outside, but there's also what she's feeling from the inside is going to be really important as well. So I hope this isn't irritating you that I keep asking you. No? Good.
So I was, at one stage there, I was thinking before, I said to you, this I wanted to go home, and it was suddenly like, oh, I'm home. It's nice to be home.
There you go. Interesting. Yeah, that's it. And there's a different sense now of how you're resting on my hands. Yeah. So now if I do that from this side, yeah. Yeah. Now that's starting to feel, to me, like we're getting more of this connection across. So I guess it's becoming a little bit clearer to me where I'm going now. Is that encouraging? Like sometimes you just have to start and go, well, you know, a strategy is going to appear at some stage. Yeah. So this feeling that I want to not just focus on one side, but focus on the fact that these two sides are connected to each other. Yeah. And having that idea, you know, because you enjoyed having your midline so much, and feeling how that's it. Nice. There. That's different on your right shoulder. You have a sense of that? Yeah, great. Mm. 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 Yeah, all the tissue stuff. Yeah. Now, so you're asking me why I'm up here? No. Yeah, yeah. So I guess, yeah, I just started up this end, and so I don't want to jump around too much. This is, well, it's just because I thought I've felt her 4 limbs. I want to feel her 5th limb. Excuse the dog on the other side. So when I rolled her head, something interesting came up. Then I went, okay, so that roll, how can I follow that? There's something here that connects to that, And I was thinking I would go down to her feet after that, because I think we're more likely to get clarity, maybe peripherally.
What the interesting thing about this.
So I'm just kind of going, well, how does I really want to fill out her map. Yeah. So it's where are the bits going to become clearer more easily. Yeah. What were you going to say then?
When I was on the roll of a bit that came alive that hadn't been visible.
Which just did something then. Yeah. And that makes sense, because yes, I'm doing this with her. Sorry. With your shoulders, but I'm looking. That's it. At the moment, I was about to move her, and then she did these beautiful big breaths. So I went, I'm just going to wait for that to do its thing, because that usually means something's shifting. Yeah, something's a little freer if you can take those fuller breaths. And something just changed up here then as well, which you can't feel or see, but something, it was like a little bit more length to me is what I felt. Yeah. Which makes sense if that bit's allowing. Yeah. So again, I had put my hands under here to move, but now it's changed my intention because I'm responding to what's happening there.
And as
Yeah.
these breaths, what's coming into my awareness is my thumbs and these two fingers.
Oh, there you go. I wouldn't have picked that. And what are you feeling about your thumbs and the two
They're
fingers?
just appearing.
Ah.
It's like my arms are suddenly much more available. And it was particularly these. I mean, I use these all the time, but these two, these three
yeah.
much more.
Yeah. Beautiful. Great. So I'm just going to hang here for a little bit longer since things are going on.
It's great. They just suddenly appeared. Pop. It's funny.
Okay, so, you know, basically who understands this work? Not me. But, you know, we go with it. Beautiful. So you're a little clearer about your hands now? Your fingers, thumb?
And the under part of my arm, the bit that's sort of touching the table.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll just say, just underneath her shoulder blades, I'm just doing tiny little shifts of the shape of my hands so that they're molding a little more and a little more. And as the shoulder blades are kind of coming, and it's tiny. I mean, this is just tiny stuff. They're just slightly coming down a little more towards the table, and I'm just trying to stay in contact to support all the way. It's like, I guess, bringing, you know, the floor to here, to this part, so that you can really feel that you can rest there. Yeah.
My lower back's coming to the table too.
That's it. On both sides.
I don't know what's happening on the right side.
Yeah, that's
so
okay. That's okay. That's
I know
okay.
to about there.
Cool. Yeah. Yep, that's fine. You can feel it's coming down on the left though pretty clearly. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to take my hands out from under here, but you don't need to do anything to help me. We'll just see how that is. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to move down towards your feet, okay? Okay. So I'm coming to your feet now, Margaret, okay? Margaret, Elizabeth. So I'm just watching there. Okay. What I think on this side, I'm going to need to do a little bit more through one side and then on the other side. Because I'm thinking, and Elizabeth, you can tell me if this is what's happening for you, that when I'm doing two sides, that it's just a bit confusing, or that this side's drowning out this side, maybe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm just going to do it again, just feeling. It just didn't. I mean, there was some breath there, but because under the shoulders there is a direct connection. As one does something, the other does something. But it's like this is two separate things, and then I'm thinking, if this is so clear, it's going to drown this out, and if it's different messages, then it's going to be more confusing than helpful. Yeah. So I'm just going to take this thingy out. That's it. Is that okay for you there? Yeah. So that's just because I want to get ground more. That's it. Can you feel that connecting through? Yeah. So I'm just okay. I'm not wanting to spend too long there because I want to get to here, but I want enough through there that when I come to here, there's a comparison. There's something for her system to kind of go, oh, yeah, yeah. Okay. So I'm thinking, so I'm also watching. I just realised the other place I keep coming back to is, hang on. So as I'm doing that, Elizabeth, what's your sense of how that comes through? Sorry, yeah. So as I'm doing this now, what's your sense of that connecting through into the rest of you? There you go. Yeah. Yep. So receiving it in terms of knowing that there's a connection, or in terms of discomfort, or yeah. I think that'll settle down now. Yeah, because they're asking more questions. So it is quite tricky when there's a few things going on. I'm going to do more of a, oh, okay. That was nice. Okay. Good. That's it. So you don't need to do anything with your knee. Yep. No, that's fine. Because as soon as you contract, that makes it, that's it. Yeah. So really, I'm just going, which direction's easier? How do we give her more information? Really? There we go. Then that is heaps easier once we've done this direction. No, sorry. So I'm pulling. Yep. That's it. And after this, oh, sorry. Let's let you down again. That's it. There we go. Is that okay that way? Then we don't need to worry about your knee. And that. So again, as many parts here, because I'm thinking she's going to stand up soon. We want to get this connected through. And then I'm going to come here again. Whoops. That's it. Okay. So now we can do both. And as I do that now, does that feel a little less confusing? Yeah, great. And it feels different. It just feels like this is going through both sides without that bit of confusion that I was feeling before. Yep. Okay, now I just want to get another little bit here. How's that for me to have my hands there? Yep, great. So again, we're just going to get, that's it. And here. Okay. Then I want to come here because of, yeah, except then that's it. And something's happening there, yeah? Or is it distracting still up there? Yes, yes, yes. So it orientated this way. Yeah, that's, yeah, yeah. Just a tiny bit, but just enough. Can you feel, do you have a sense that your right eye is tracking a little more as I do that? Tricky question. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Okay. So it's a different feeling. Actually, that's it. So what I keep finding is that if I go this way first, that way gets easier each time. Yeah. Yeah. So when we go here, then yeah, that's like something reorganizes up around there in this bit. It's like gives you a little bit more space so that when we come here, it's willing to kind of go a little bit more. Make sense? Yeah, beautiful. So then we'll come back down and see if this there. You have a little bit more through the middle now? Yeah. Oops. And then every now and then I do something and it like jars, doesn't it? It goes, no, I don't want to do that. So at least I can hear it. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fine. But that's, you know, but that's part of why I'm trying to go really slowly and really, really pick the details so that we don't go into those places without knowing, you know. That's Well, yeah, I don't want to go too far without, it's really easy with pain to kind of do a little bit much and then go, oops, that was too much. And then you have to do lots of backtracking. So now I'm just going to feel this now. Oh, that's it. Don't feel you need to do anything. That's the way. That's the way. Ooh. That's it. And just, this is just a really key bit. It's a little connecting bit that feel like we need that. Do we?
Think so.
It's going, no. No way. But I tell you what, laughing helps.
For that reason.
Yeah, but can you feel? C721 there. And this is just, yeah. I tried going up and down, didn't do anything. Yep. So just, and again, you don't need to do anything. So my thumbs are really, they're just there. They're not trying to do anything. There. It's happy to go that way. And now I can go this way. Make sense? Mm. Is that okay to do that movement? Oh, good. Are you okay. We don't. Now I'm really interested. All right. So again, that's it. Yeah. Can you feel that? It's really different. So when we're thinking, when we're thinking of how she's going to take weight through each side, this needs to be able to do that. Yeah. That's it. And I'm just thinking that also, if that's not moving, then when you're trying to do this, this all gets tangled up in it. Yep. So I'm going to come back to this because this was the first thing we did, and I'm curious about how that's going to go. That's the way. How's that this time? Yes. And that's it. It's not pulling in your knee. I shouldn't have planted that little idea, should I? Damn. Okay. Just scrub that little bit. Okay. That's it. So I'm going to just bring this leg up. That's it. Good. Okay. That's it. So which way do you feel like you want to come up to sitting? Which way would you roll? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm going to make a little bit of space there. Yeah. So can you, if I just do this, sorry, okay. There we go. Okay. So we're just going to, that's it. And then come back again. So just get the feel of it. That you don't need to do anything. You're just going to roll on to that side. Does that feel okay? Yep, you want to go. Why am I slowing you down? That's it. Slide these legs there and up. Oops, up there. And just see, I've got you a little bit high. So just come forwards, actually. Maybe just swing your way around onto that, if that's okay. Because that table's so high, your feet can't easily get to the ground. Okay. Hello. Okay. So I'm just curious about what's there, what you're sensing. And you don't have to, just whatever's there, there's no, we'll just edit it if you say I've got nothing on my right side. Okay. Yes. So we'll give you enough time. You've got toes. That's a pretty good start. Yes, they're just great. Yeah, so as you come back from your big long journey, you can just kind of check whether you've got all the bits of luggage. That's right. Do a little, what's in my pockets, what's in my, yeah, that's it. So toes are clear. Mm. 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 That is pretty nice, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So they kind of have you've got a little glimmer of something and then it fades out again, or? Mm. Okay. Okay. All right. Good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Got it. Okay. And hands, fingers you had when you were on the table, are they there? They are. Good. That's all right. And your neck and your head and your jaw and your eyes. Yeah. Mm, mm. Nice. Yeah. 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 Okay. Got it. Okay. So I'm just, yeah. Ha. Nice. And can you see your right shoulder a little bit? Yes. And if you kind of have that right, the idea that your right eye can kind of do a little, what am I doing? Like a little paintbrush. Yes. Yes. Up and down your arm. Can it find your leg? It is. So it's just a question. You don't have to try and do it. It's just a question. Excellent. Okay. Lovely. All right. And then I just would like to put my hands on your head and your upper neck, if that's okay. Yeah. Because that's it. Is that okay? Yeah. So again, I'm just, because we're thinking about eyes and very upper neck muscles are very connected. I just want to get this so that it's not hanging on. Make sense? Yeah. So it's a little bit of a soft eye, not a really, I'm going to hang on right eye. Make sense? Yeah, good. Beautiful. All right. Where are we going to come up? I'm really feeling the very, very like, yeah, skull, top couple of vertebrae. Yeah. No, I'm moving head, skull on those vertebrae. I'm kind of in those little muscles, the suboccipital muscles there. Just to kind of get a little bit of a sense that they don't need to be holding, but that you can have a little bit of give there. Okay? All right, so so we could come up this way. That's it. I'm going to go down again, see how that would go the other way. Just out of curiosity. Oh, going down again. Well, let's find this. Ah, that was all right though. Beautiful. So see how you are standing. That's it. And just see if you bring your weight onto this side. It's a different way of doing it. And then come onto this side. Ooh. So it's really different from before on both sides. Doesn't matter because I'm really, it's how you sense your support there. Yeah. And there's something about coming onto this side that you're playing with there. Yeah. Yeah. That it can be a little bit soft. Yeah. It doesn't need to be like, yeah. So you got a little bit. So we get into the that's what it looked like to me. Yeah. So this bit can move, this bit can move, this bit can move. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, that's this bit. Yeah. Beautiful. So see, whatever you would like to do to explore that, you might want to go for a bit of a walk. You might want to see what it's like to turn. So just whatever you have an interest in, a curiosity about, pretending that nobody else is watching you, that you don't have all these pairs of eyes. That's it. So as you're turning, can you feel that right eye's turning this way? I just saw that. Yeah. Yeah. So you've got all this space, this right. Nice. So it'd be nice when you go out to just feel, because in here it's quite enclosed, but just to feel how that right side of your environment, if that's a little more accessible. Yeah. Great. Uh-huh. So I want to give her lots of space to play with this because it's not like we're going for a movement or a thing. It's like, have you got more of yourself and how does that play out when you're doing everything, really? Yeah, beautiful. Okay. Questions? Do you have any questions, Elizabeth, or do you want to just stay with that sensation and we can talk tomorrow about it?